Hey guys, so this is to show you how to make alts using PC. You want to download Nox or MEMU, um, and then you get your little thing. Basically install. You can launch now, but that part's pointless to us. What we want to do is get to this one. So I'd close it and then go to multi-launch. Multi-launch will show up like this, and then you can add your emulator. So in our case, we're going for Windows 7. Then you can batch load. I'm not going to do that because I'm running software that requires more resources than I can give. But what you do, for example, I'll add one more, and what you do is click there, click the three, it's the three dots, and then you'll get another player. And what you want to do is click play. The other thing I will supply links to these is this Aptoid. Um, the one thing you need to know is not all laptops are compatible with it. You need to have virtualization and it needs to be enabled. Just check with your manufacturers. If it's not enabled, but your manufacturer says it is, just go into your BIOS. There will be a setting in there. Um, but yeah, you just load this up. You might get stuck at 99%. If it does that, if you press that, it will tell you, oh, why you, I can show you what this thing. It'll come up like this, and then you can click the selection. If it's running too slow, it tells you to enable virtual terminal. So yeah, that's how they help you as well. Normally 99% they say is a graphics card issue. I tend to have a bit of graphics card issues because it's a dual graphics card laptop. Yeah, but as you can see, we're now in a tutorial. I just skip tutorial. Don't need to know that, so you click that. Okay. Then it'll launch. It'll go into its launcher. You can either make it big or, and I knew that was going to happen. Go home. Yep, so I'm going to close the launcher part, and I'm going to close that. And with a bit of luck, we can go home. If you get an error like that, just either close it or reboot the whole thing. You can add the APKs this way, or you can just drag them in, depending on how you write like your Windows done. So the one these do not work. This does not work. They tend not to work. So the easiest way is to go to this. That's now installing. As you can see down there, it's installing. Um, and then it'll take about 2 minutes to fully install. Uh, so once that's installed, I'll freeze this for now, and then once that's installed, we'll um, come back. Okay, so once it's installed, you'll have the Aptoid logo there. If you drag, you don't always get the Aptoid thing. All you do is click it, and then wait for it to load. As you see, it is loading. My system's just running a little slow at the moment because I'm using video screen recording software. Um, and as you can see, I'm having an issue. Yeah, so once it loads up, you'll get this. For some reason, my screen size is a little bit janky, but there you go. You just click no. And then what you want to do is click on search, Empire Z. Basically the same as App Store. Oh, that's one space, one Z. And then OK. And it's to search for it. You just click it. The one thing we're using app stores like this, Always check to make sure they're trusted. This means the app has actually checked to make sure there are no viruses and it's not trying to steal your information. Just click on install. That will download, and then it may ask us to install. If you've clicked the rooted section first, it won't, but if you don't, then it will. I will, and yes, as you see, it's downloading. I know it's not the fastest method, but it is the easiest, especially if you're an iOS user or you've run out of your quota of Gmails that you're allowed to make. My screen does go black. This is actually an advert, so all you do is just wait for the advert to time out. So it'll time out in a second. Obviously, because you're getting games for free, they put ads up. And as you see, that's done. And this is continue installing. I do find having it open fully does allow it to run a bit faster. Now, as you see, it downloaded. Now if you click install, oh, there was an issue then. Okay, Aptoide is downloading. Sorry, there was an issue. Sometimes if it has a glitch at the end, it will redo. So we'll just double check this. If not, I have to do this further. I've lost count how many times I've tried to make this video now. Hopefully this can go on to Line app. If not, I'll have to upload it to Facebook. What? YouTube. Okay, yeah, see, this is what it should have done in the first place. And what happened is this will install now, and then, yeah, so this is the part. Sometimes you can skip, sometimes you can't. It requires a special access. You click install. It's going to ask you to... Oh, okay. Last time it asked me to confirm I allow Aptoide. So now it's actually installed now. So for example, if I go back a little bit, go home, you see it's there. And then I'm going to go back to full screen. Click it. My screen will go white and black. As I said, it's the graphics card. If you get stuck on the white thing, you can just, like a normal Android, open the task manager, clear all, and then just start again. You do this with every single time you make it. You do follow the same procedure. There is a section that once this loads, I will show you. We need to avoid. As you can see, it's running fine. I did have to shrink the screen a little bit. There's a load, and that's basically how you do it. You got to do it for every single side. Once I've got this running, I will show you what not to touch if you're going into the settings. Because if you put an IME number in it, you will be stuck with that account on every single one that you make. My screen will flash black, as I said. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of an error here, which is an Ember error. Nothing to do with my the system. And it does run a little bit slow on PC, but if we're just making farms, it's fine. Because you're just making farms, all you want to do is build them, and then leave them. Unless you're doing ops. then you do the ops. This is going to be a pretty long tutorial about it, but there we go. Once this one's loaded, literally just copy, repeat, copy, repeat. Do not copy the same file because it will copy the same account. So I'm just going to end the tutorial. It's running a bit slow on my system at the moment, but yeah. Yes, I want to end the tutorial. As you can see, it's now running. It's a new account in R28. Yeah, so that's this one. What I'll do is I'll rename this one Mopsy 4, and then I'll just run through it. I'll try and run through it quickly again, or I'll make another video showing thing. But all you do um, is repeat the cycle. So the other function I want to show you is in here. If you ever go through the settings, do not touch this function here. You can try and change the thing. I don't because of issues. But make sure you don't play with this yourself. Okay, and then that should be everything that you need to know.